So you're thinking about going to Greece and you want to see what's good over there. Or maybe you already have travel plans booked and you're just looking for things to do in Greece, but more specifically in Santorini and Mykonos. Well, here's a list of things that we did in our little holiday getaway. Hopefully you can use some of our experiences as ideas for your itinerary on your trip. We started in Santorini. There are really two main areas to visit in Santorini, and those landmarks are Fira and Ia. Once you can get past the fact that both of these places are really f***ing tourist traps, you can start to enjoy the beauty. Our journey begins in Fira, which is the capital of Santorini. There are quite a few sights to see, like the Museum of Prehistoric Thera, the Orthodox Metropolitan Cathedral, as well as a really great view of the still active volcanic island called Nia Kameni. By the way, I'm sorry if I butchered that. To truly experience Fira though, I highly recommend you go there in the evening. It's just simply because the views are a sight to see and the nightlife is impeccable. From there, our trip took us north to Ia, starting with Amudi Bay. By the way, travel on the island is a bit cumbersome, so I highly recommend renting ATVs. It's probably the fastest and easiest way to get around. Amudi Bay is best known for the 200 steps straight up a cliff that connect Ia to the sea. But personally, I think of Amudi Bay best being known for those octopuses hanging on the rope. So there are a bunch of little boutiques and restaurants here with a ton of fresh seafood. I highly recommend picking a place and grabbing some lunch while you take in the scenery. Now, Ia itself is best known for the whitewashed houses on the cliffs. I'm sure you've seen them in a bunch of movies, magazines, and probably a ton of Instagram photos. Side note, I am not joking about these photos. Everywhere you look is an Instagram model trying to take photos for likes. However, we figured if we're going to take photos at this really beautiful location, we might as well hire a professional photographer, and we did. Santorini is also known for their multitude of different types of beaches that are unique because of their different colors of sand. We visited Persia Beach, which is a black sand beach, and then we headed over to Red Beach, which is a red sand beach. So from Santorini, we decided to take a boat ride to Mykonos. The ride itself is approximately between 2 to 3 hours. That being said, I do want to prepare you for the experience if you're not ready. And that's simply because the travel process on boat is a little antiquated, to say the least. If you do decide to take a ferry, you have to make sure you get there early because traffic to the port does pile up. Also, the dock itself when you're trying to board the ferries is a cluster. Before you board, just be prepared to be baking in the sun for at least 30 minutes. Boarding the ferry itself is pretty gnarly as well because there's not really any organization. You roll your luggage into the bottom of the boat and you leave it in a corner, then you make your way upstairs and find a seat. There really isn't any rhyme or reason or accountability when it comes to security of your belongings. It's just something to keep in mind if you're traveling by ferry. When we finally arrived in Mykonos, we got settled in and decided to take in the sights. For Mykonos, I highly recommend renting a car because it turns out to actually be a lot cheaper than renting a bunch of ATVs to get around. Two of the most popular attractions in Mykonos are the windmills and Little Venice. I invite you to take in the scenery, grab a nice meal, and just get lost in the alleyways. To be honest, we didn't get the opportunity to hit up a bunch of those beach parties that Mykonos is known for. However, we did make our way to Super Paradise Beach. This place is gorgeous, and might I add, topless. The last main attraction for Mykonos, and really the main reason I wanted to go there, was for Salt Bay's restaurant. On our last leg of the trip, we did hit up the restaurant. Unfortunately, we missed Salt Bay by just a few days. However, we were able to partake in the assortment of meat dishes, and they were delicious. And that was pretty much a wrap for us. Aside from what I just mentioned, I highly recommend that you take in the scenery. It is beautiful. From the numerous cats all over the island, by the way, side note, please make sure you have your allergy meds with you because in Greece, there are cats everywhere. To the amazing views, but more importantly, the sunsets. They are breathtaking. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you click that like button. If you have any questions about any of the spots we visited, please feel free to drop a comment below or just hit me up. Lastly, make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified whenever I'm posting new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.